Well, the Grand Ole Opry, I mean, for me, I grew up here in Nashville, and I grew up with my mom and daddy, and my mama moved from East Texas to play the Grand Ole Opry. That was like her goal, was to step on the stage. And so it's always been one of those milestone moments in any country music artist's career. And that's all I can remember. And so it's the same for us, just such an incredible opportunity. We'll never forget the first time we played and stood up on that stage, and each time it's just so special. And but it's so much more than just a place you go and play. It's a family. It's a family of artists and community, and a lot of really beautiful moments happen backstage too.
Yeah, this room might be the greatest collection of historical performances in the world. I mean, when you look at how many people have played here, and the biggest artists in the world, and they've impacted generation after generation of country artists and all genres of artists. So this room is probably one of the best, most historic places, and it's such a chill bump moment every time we get to step on that stage.
And we got asked to perform at this special. I mean, 50 years, Dolly here at the Opry. I mean, you know what I love about the Opry is, even after all this time, it still is such an important place for country artists to perform and show up to and play. And sitting backstage right before we did this interview, I got to sit side stage and watch Dolly perform Coat of Many Colors, Jolene. I mean, come on, it was such a chill bump moment. I just, if I could have told that boy, growing up when my mom was playing, Dolly in the car at 11 years old, that someday you're going to be on the same stage, sharing the stage and performing for her and watching her side stage. It's a very surreal moment.
Dolly is special to me as a empowering woman in the country music industry across the board. Just the way that she carries herself with such grace. I love that she's not afraid to crack jokes at herself, at others. Just there's this ease to her, this comfort level that you watch her have in her own skin. That's just inspiring as a fellow artist and a fellow woman, like looking up to her.
Yeah, when I've said it before. I mean, I think even sometimes, she's so bigger than life that you forget that she's actually one of the greatest songwriters ever.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of Jolene, I think Coat of Many Colors. I mean, I don't even know how you would even write a song so honest and beautiful and just, it's so perfectly written. And I think sometimes people, because she is such a character, she's been in so many different things that you forget that this also at the core, she's one of the best songwriters in the world, not just entertainers. And so I don't know, it's pretty wild. First off, Coat of Many Colors. Yeah. I would have to say, I wish I wrote.
I Will Always Love You. I mean, these are, the obvious ones, but one of my favorites that I remember loving so much, and it's because I actually heard Reba do a version of the song. She covered Dolly's Starting Over, and it is just a really sad, heartbreaking song with such a beautiful melody, and it holds just a special place in my heart just with the memories of Reba's version. So that would have to be one of my favorites.
I mean, if we could do Jolene, that would be insane. That would be a dream to have that. But I mean, her songs, I don't know, Dolly's songs to me resonate so much with the working class and her humble beginnings, and the whole story when she was telling it before Coat of Many Colors was really impactful about her family of 12 and how she's just been telling her story her whole life, and it connects all around the world. And I think that's why people love her so much. So we're huge fans and honored to be here.
So it's funny, when we got asked to be a part of this night, we were curious, what song would be left over, and we couldn't believe that "Islands in the Stream" was still out there, and that was a song that I think Hillary told the story tonight that when we first moved to Nashville, Dave and I both moved to Nashville. We all went out to some karaoke bar that night, and Hillary and I just kind of met. We wrote that day, and I said we got to get up there and sing, and we're like, what's the all-time biggest duet. You know,
yeah.
it was Islands in the Stream.
Islands in the
So one of
Stream.
the first songs that we really ever
Yeah.
sang on was Islands in the Stream, and we've done it in our show several times too.
Yeah.
So to be able to actually do it tonight,
And always when we go over, you know, to the UK, when we've toured in
Mhm.
other places, that's always such a go-to cover for us
Yeah.
because it was such a global song. And her career, you know, Dolly's career and Kenny Rogers just being so global.
well, isn't that so funny? When we go over there, a lot of the, you know, you'll be driving somewhere and you might have a, you know, cab driver, and they're like, "Oh, what are you over here? You're from America?" And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, we're over here just performing." They're like, "Oh, cool. You know, what are you doing?" I was like, "We're a country artist." It goes, "Oh, Dolly
Dolly
Parton, Kenny Rogers,"
Yes, yes.
and those are their go-to country artists
yeah.
that they know.
Yeah.
It's Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers and like Johnny Cash. And that's it.
We are so excited tonight. We've been in the same room with Dolly a couple of different times over the course of our career, but we haven't really ever, like, met her, like, had a moment
Oh, tonight's the night.
to
We're about to be best friends. I just confirmed.
hopefully give her a hug, shake her hand, tell her how much she means to us. And so, you know, I think she has just been an inspiration. And I think an artist that we have aspired to be like and have the career longevity of. I think, you know, those are the ways in which she's just been such an inspiration to us. And so I'm excited to hopefully get to tell her that.
We can get a selfie with her.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
Fingers crossed.